Welcome, Illumineers. I'm James, and this is The Dan Regal. Today, I'm going to be reviewing some new and recently released Disney Lorcana products. Now, first, thank you to Ravensburger for sending me these items to review. First up, we're going to be opening and taking a look at the Stitch Collection Starter Set. We received one of these. There was one of these from with the Whispers in the Well set, and now there's one with Winter Spell. I'm also going to be opening and taking a look at the notebook, the Disney Lorcana Notebook. And finally, we will be taking a look at both the Book 1, Sets 1 through 4, Official Collector's Guide from Disney Lorcana, and Book 2, featuring Sets 5 through 8. We're going to give a little bit of review, look through, see what's inside those to see if it's something that you want to put into your collection. So let's just go ahead and let's get right into it. We're going to open up the Stitch version of the collection starter set. So let's get ready on that. Let's get these aside right now. We'll get to those in just a second. So the Stitch edition of the collector set is going to come with 4 packs of Winter Spell, the latest Disney Lorcana set, a special glimmer foil of Stitch Carefree Snowboarder, which is a current card from Winter Spell. And in addition to that, is going to have a Rockstar Stitch binder, which is very cool. The Rockstar Stitch was released in this form. The art is from the set championship card from way back in set 3 with Into the Inklands. And it's really cool that we're getting a folder with it on the cover. If you recall, there was a version of the car of Stitch that was on the very first binder along with the Queen. All right, here we go. So it's just sitting there. Here we go. We got the binder. We got the very awesome Rockstar Stitch by Nicholas Cole with the Lorcana logo on the back. All right, and what's inside? We have our packs and the promo. And then this is one of the 4-pocket binders. So it's a mini binder. It's a collection starter, so obviously you're going to outgrow this really quickly if you're really into collecting Lorcana. Okay, so we're going to set this aside. We're going to see what's in the packs here. See if I can open this without getting any signal. Oh yeah, it just comes open. Okay, stuck to it. So first up, let's take a look at this glimmer foil. So they've been releasing glimmer foils a lot in little special packages. They've had like an Into the Inklands that had a Mickey Mouse glimmer foil. We had the Lilo glimmer foil in that little gift box with 5 random packs. We currently have the Scrooge McDuck Emerald glimmer foil promo that is in the current gift box with 5 random packs. And of course, we had in Fabled, we had the collection starter with Giant Tinkerbell. So this one, and this is the glimmer foil for, again, Carefree Snowboarder. And this card is really good right now. It's actually being played in competitive decks in both Amber and Steel, as well as you can also use this in really fun thematic decks, either a Lilo and Stitch deck, or you can build an alien deck, which kind of the same thing, but you can throw some non-Lilo and Stitch aliens in your alien deck. So I'm going to set the promo aside, and we're going to look and see. This is a little booklet on how, recognizing rarity, what the cards are like, how to get the app in order to manage your collection, build decks. It gives you information about what Lorcana is, if you don't know yet, and what is on the card and what the things mean. So this is something to help you if you're brand new to Lorcana. If you are not new to Lorcana, this probably isn't super helpful, but you can share it with your friends if you want to get them to learn about the game. So we have 4 packs. We're going to give a look and see what kind of cards are coming out here in Winter Spell. I've really been enjoying Winter Spell and a lot of the cards with the theme of the snowball fights. There's winter everywhere in the realm of Lorcana. And just having, you know, a storyline going through where there's one of the Elsa Glimmers tried to get rid of a vine that seemed to be growing in Lorcana and, well, caused winter everywhere. Something went wrong. So we have the art card that always comes in one of the packs. Has the advertising for the puzzles on the back. A puzzle card with a puzzle. And we're going to have our 6 commons. I love the Space Cows card. It's so fun. Now, one thing that they said they have done when, if you are playing a limited version of Lorcana, either sealed or draft, the packs were made to hopefully give you a good selection of cards for a sealed game or a draft game. And then we have the uncommons, and then for the rares we have Duke Weaselton and Willie the Giant, and of course this is another thing that is in the winter themed set. We have all of the Mickey's Christmas Carol characters, and this is Willie the Giant, the Ghost of Christmas Present. And for our foil, we have Pocahontas, one of the new franchises in Winterspell. That's the first time Pocahontas cards have come into Disney Lorcana, is in the Winterspell set. So if you're a fan of Pocahontas, now's the time to start collecting. There's multiple Pocahontas cards. As you can see, there's John Smith. There's multiple things that you can get. Grandmother Willow, very good card. Oh, one of them is upside down. Wonder which one it is. All right, there's another Stitch for your Stitch or Alien deck. The Lonely Grave, the Hidden Trap, Eeyore, more Winnie the Pooh. Always great to see more Winnie the Pooh. There we go, another Pocahontas. This is Following the Wind. This is a good Amethyst card. Earns you a bunch of extra lore. That's what Pocahontas and all of the Pocahontas cards are themed towards: protection and earning lore as fast as possible. And for the foil, this one was upside down, and it is the Rapunzel Ethereal Protector. Very cool. All right, next up. So if you're into collecting Lorcana, there's multiple things that you can chase. So you may be collecting based on your favorite character. I personally collect everything Goofy, everything Frozen. And so I collect like the regular cards, the foil cards, the enchanted cards, everything that I can find with those characters on them, I will try to collect. You can just collect everything. You can collect one of everything, which is a lot to accomplish because there is 204 cards in every set. Every card has a foil version, so that would be another 204 cards to collect. And then you would also have epics, which are versions of existing cards, but with a full frame and special foiling. Then there's enchanteds, which is all new artwork and special foiling. And then the rarest, the iconics, which there's only 2 of in a set, but they are very, very pretty cards with really special foiling. They have a lot of cool stuff on them, and those ones are really hard to track down. So if you want everything, it's a lot of work. And then we have Containment Unit for one of the rares. Oh, and look, we have a Legendary. Legendaries are the highest rarity. That is not a special card, so it's the highest basic rarity. And we have Moana. Oh, this is nice. It's Moana, the Curious Explorer. This one allows you to ink cards out of your discard instead of from your hand. It's a very good ability. And then for the special, we have a rare, and it is another Duke Weaselton. I also do collect Moana cards, which is very cool. So getting that Moana is very cool. And if you haven't seen it recently, Zootopia 2 came out, and there's a bunch of Zootopia cards in the last set. In Whispers in the Well, there was a lot of detective cards, so there was a lot of officers from the Zootopia series. All right. And the final pack, we've got a Minnie Mouse, another Stitch card. It's an action, so it's not actually Stitch. More Winnie the Pooh. It's Pudge. And the best thing I like about this Pudge is that it's Pudge who controls the weather. And if you check out the things here, they're storyborn, so they're from the movie, but they're also a deity because Lilo thinks that Pudge controls the weather. So she is considered, she considers Pudge to be a deity. I think that's hilarious. Mulan. And then we have Kristoff. And Graveyard of Christmas Future, another Christmas Carol card. Mickey's Christmas Carol. And then for the foil, we have another comet, and it's a Pocahontas. Look, it's the same. We got two of the same Pocahontas. That doesn't happen very often. All right, so that's all the cards. Again, lots of really good cards for playing. I mean, there's a lot of cards that are getting played in competitive decks in this set. This Pocahontas was just in my deck today that I was playing. What else we have in there? This Mickey. I built a deck that had this Mickey in it. That it's a really cool card because it lets you force your opponent to discard a card, both when he's being played and coming out of play. This Minnie is getting played. People love playing Pudge because you can play it for free if you have a Lilo. So it works perfectly in a Lilo and Stitch deck. So again, love all the cards from this set. Lots of fun. If you want to start building your collection, this is a great place to start. And so let's wrap all of this up and let's get into the books and the notebook. Also, you'll notice that there's a puzzle, and then there are also some text on these puzzle cards. These have lore of the story from these are like messages from the Illumineers to each other, like Martin and Shanzay and Venturo. So this is going to tell you some of the story behind Lorcana. So it's not just a card game. It's not just beautiful art. There's also a story going on through the game. And that's another thing that you can, do, not just collect the cards, but you can play the game, you can collect the cards, and you can follow the story. Okay, so let's set all that aside. And let's get into the first thing we're going to look at. We're going to look at the notebook. So this is just a basic notebook, but the very cool thing is it looks really high quality. Let's go open it up and see what we got here. I haven't looked at one of these yet, so this will be something new for me as well. Okay. So it's got this, oh look, and it's got something on the bottom back here. It's got puzzles. I need to do those puzzles. I have those puzzles, I just haven't done them yet. Okay, it's a little bit about Disney Lorcana. And inside, look at that, that's really pretty. I really love the swirling on it. The gold foiling. And then it has, looks like it has a bookmark. A placeholder here built in. Let's see if we can find it here. There we go. Somewhere here. Oh, look, it has full page art of some cards in the middle. Look, it's Mickey. We got Aladdin and Giant Tink. We got Maleficent and Mirabelle. We got Uncle Scrooge and the Mad Hatter. And Elsa. This is one of my favorite cards in the entire game, is this Elsa, the fifth spirit. And then it's got a bunch. Oh, look, more. Look at all these. The Honey Wizard. Wow, this is really cool. I love this art in here, being able to see it full size. And really nice thing is down on the bottom, it gives you who the artist is, which is very important to know who that is, so you can track your favorite artists, see what they do. Look at all that. Look at all these. This is amazing. I mean, I would buy it just for this art. This is one of the things that Disney Lorcana has really done for me, is that the main thing that, besides being Disney, that I really love about it is just that it's all this amazing art. And it's not just like all of your standard Disney characters in their standard costumes and everything from the movies and TV shows, but it's Disney characters in new and interesting versions. Beast as an engineer or mechanic. Some of them are just the originals, but some of them are also like Brave Little Tailor. Mickey. Now that's from the Brave Little Tailor show, but this is not the costume he wears in that. So this is what is known as a Dreamborn. So it's an alternate version. We've got Belle as an engineer here. We've got Scar. We got Donald Duck as a sorcerer. Eye to Eye, amazing, from the Goofy movie. It's just all this amazing artwork, and this is artwork that we can't see the full versions of on the card. So it's really nice to see these nice full page versions of the art in this book. And of course, it's got a bunch of paper here, so you can use this as a sketchbook. You can use it if you wanted to. If you go to your weeklies when you're playing the game, you can use it as a scorebook. You can take notes, whatever you want to do, and it's really pretty. So I like this. I really like this a lot. I'm going to have to get another one just to actually use, probably, because want to keep one nice and neat. Don't want to write in it. Let's see if I can find the. I probably went right by the. There it is. Here's the ribbon that is your. There we go. So you can keep your place. They're right there. Very nice. Very cool. All right, let's set this one aside. And now we're going to start taking a look at the collection books. So these were done to show off the actual cards and to give you a lot more information about Disney Lorcana itself. So these are the collector's guides. This is the first one. This covers the first 4 sets of Disney Lorcana, the first year. That would be if you open it up, and you can see on the table of contents, we have the 4 sets. The first chapter, Rise of the Floodborn, Into the Inklands, and Ursula's Return. And then it's going to give you some information about the game itself and explain a lot of things. So if you don't know too much about Disney Lorcana, this is going to give you a bunch of information. So it's going to tell you, now these things, this text first appeared in either on the website or in a book that came in the Illumineers Trove for the first chapter and Rise of the Floodborn. Those first 2 had a booklet that came in the Trove that had a lot of this text and story behind the game. So it has all this information. There was also some animatic type videos that came out, some animated videos where it did a little bit of story as well. They were like little shorts, 2 minutes. They're all up on Ravensburger's YouTube channel or on the Disney Lorcana website, I think. But this just gives you all the behind-the-scenes story of how to give you information about what Lorcana is and a little bit of the history behind it, and then a little bit of the mystery that's going on. Like this is the Great Illuminary, and why is it empty, and why are new Illumineers just now coming back to the Illuminary when it has been unused for some time. Then we have the Rise of the Floodborn and the story behind that, and how poor Martin was responsible for releasing the flood of ink that caused Floodborns, which was a mixed ink of all 6 inks. We have the Hall of Lorcana, where there's a bunch of items and artifacts from across the realm of Lorcana. Different glimmers, and then later in the book it's going to explain what the different versions of the glimmers are and why. And then Into the Inklands, when they go off on an adventure with the glimmers. And then finally Ursula's Return, when the big bad of the first year of Lorcana finally reveals herself, and we have the big battle between Ursula and the Illumineers and all of the glimmers that they have created. And this is this shows off the entangled glimmers that Ursula has hypnotized. And again, it gives just a bunch of the story. And now it sets up the next story with the missing piece of the Hexwell crown, which is going to set up the next year of stories, which is going to be in the next book we like. So this gives the inks. Now we're on to like a bunch of the details about the game itself and what the inks are. So this is going to give you what inks, like their theme, what they're all about. So just for example, let's read Amethyst here, and it's Amethyst glimmers are wondrous, for this is the otherworldly ink of sorcerers, sages, animated objects, and other glimmers who use their special powers to achieve their aims. They are incredibly powerful when they have access to their amazing abilities, but may land in trouble if they're stripped of those or tap into power they can't control. So they just have like the theme of the color, and each color has its own theme, and then they have examples of that over here with some of the art. And then they're going to discuss Storyborn glimmers, which are directly from the source material, Dreamborn, which are imagined versions of existing characters. So we never actually saw Tamatoa as a drab little crab, but now we have art of Tamatoa as a drab little crab. And so it's Dreamborn because it is not from the original source material. And then we have Floodborns, which again, from that flood of ink that was accidentally released by Martin, which was all 6 inks mixed together. And then these become Floodborns, which are Storyborn or Dreamborn that are then enhanced in some way by this magical ink to be even more than what they are. And this is examples of Floodborns. And then we have the Entangled Glimmers. Again, those are the ones that were hypnotized by Ursula to do her bidding. And then Stories Revealed. And this is giving a little bit of information about how there were clues from the first chapter all the way through into Ursula's return about what was happening behind the scenes. So these, the Duke and the Mickey card here, were both from the first chapter, and they were showing them seeing this pinkish, purplish stuff that was in the Great Illuminary. And it's like, what was that? That was the mystery, is what were they looking at? And it gives a bit of it and gives Ursula's plan. And then we have a really pretty full piece of art here. This is looking at all her thingamabobs. And then the first year collected, this is going to give you a little bit of information about the first 4 sets, the rarity key, and then it's going to go into and show you every single card from the first 4 sets. And it's going to give you, if you want to write in these, it's going to give you a little checkbox here where you can write in what you have. It's going to give you the artist on every single card, which again is very cool that you can then follow some of your favorites. A few of these I actually just met this last weekend at a convention, so I was able to talk to Kendall Hale and Jenna Gray. They were all there at this convention. I was able to say hi to them and got... I don't think I got any cards signed by them, but I was able to say hi to them. They're very nice people. The artists are all wonderful. I got to see a panel that Kendall Hale was on. He was a special guest, and he did his own panel all by himself. But the artists of this I think are one of the things. The game designers and the artists are really just make this game what it is. It's a fun game to play, and the art makes it so collectible and fun to collect and watch, see. And when you're playing, you get all of this amazing art, coming out, playing out onto the board every single game. So again, it's going to give you every card from the first 4 sets. And let's find here. It's also going to do not just all the regular cards, but it's going to give you all of the enchanteds. So you can see all of the enchanteds. And then at the end, after it gives you all of the first 4 sets, through Ursula's return. Let's get to the end here. There's the enchanteds from Ursula's return. And then it's going to give you the Deep Trouble, the Illuminer's Quest. So this is the standalone game, the co-op game that you can buy that features 2 pre-built decks, and then it features this villain deck of the people of the Entangled Glimmers that Ursula controls. And as you can see, they're the ones with all of the glowing eyes. And these are the cards that the game plays against you, or Ursula plays against you, when you're trying to win the game. So you can play this. It's for like 1 to 5 players, and it's got a few special cards. So it's got these 3 here and this one here. These special cards are in the pre-built decks. They're special foils with this little inky border. And it's got all those cards in that deck. And so it's really fun because these are all new versions of cards that are not available anywhere else. They're only in the Deep Trouble set. So if you want to collect every single card, you need to get this as well. So for your collection, this is what you need. And then I'm not gonna show it here, but this card here is a prize card that you can get when you beat Deep Trouble. It comes with a card in a special little foil pack that when you beat the game, you can open it. I mean, you can open it whenever you want, but why wouldn't you play the game first? And that's it for book 1. And then we're going to take a look at book 2. It's more of the same. And again, it's going to be just a overview of each of the stories from sets 5 through 8, Shimmering Skies, Azurite Sea, Arcasia's Island, and the Reign of Jafar. And again, it's going to be a bunch of the text that showed up on the website. They did some news stories where they posted like actual stories from the story team. We have this amazing art. This is for Try Everything. And it's going to give you the story of Lorcana as it goes through each set. And this is just a really fun thing. We have the Chromicons, a new Disney Lorcana exclusive type of item. So each ink has its own Chromicon. And then we have, looks like they're entangled, but this is actually hypnotized by Jafar, not entangled by Ursula. So we have more hypnotized characters doing the bidding of the villains. And then we have the Azurite Sea, when all of the heroes go on to the Azurite Sea and try and find what is going on. And of course, there's a lot of pirates because they're out on the water. We have Peter Pan and Tinkerbell and Captain Hook and Mr. Smee and all of them. We have a lot of inventors, so gadgets in there, and we have Mickey and Minnie as explorers. And we are getting close to Arcasia's Island, which is what they were looking for, which is the next set, Arcasia. And again, this is more story. This is very important. Arcasia is one of the original Illumineers that was like way in the past, I guess, was in existence, and then went away to their own island and kind of just disappeared from Lorcana, the realm of Lorcana, for a while. But then when they found the island, Arcasia's Island, now Arcasia came out and taught Illumineers the power of using dual inks. And so this is the first time that dual inks were in the game. So like they could be Ruby Sapphire or Amber Steel on the same card. And so this is more story about it. We have Hexwell Island. We have the Ink Geyser here. That's a fun card. And then so Arcasia's Island was full of a bunch of tests and traps and everything that everyone had to basically use their new abilities with dual inks and such to try and get through to train. All of the cards, these lore cards, that like these from Winterspell, have story on them. They had a full story in Arcasia's Island with all of the art cards. And then in Reign of Jafar, we have the big bad for this year, Jafar. And it all came to a culmination with him creating a bunch of glimmer illusions. And of course, Aladdin and Jasmine were in this. Lots of them. Bolt, and the crown was reforged, which is what Jafar is wearing. He reforged the crown, and it was ultra powerful. And then we have the story from the Reign of Jafar on these cards as well. And the fun thing is, if you'll notice, these little characters here are a little bit different on these. So they are like a motion cartoon. If you flip them, it's pretty fun. And then again, nice big full page of art. And then we have all of the cards from Shimmering Skies through Reign of Jafar, including, as always, the Enchanteds, which Shimmering Skies had some of my favorite Enchanteds. They look really nice. They're very colorful. And then as you go through Azurite Sea, Arcasia's Island. And again, as you can see, we have the Enchanteds, but also, where do we have them? Let's see, where are they? Are they here? There we go. We have some dual inks. So this one is a Sapphire and Steel. So there was every color combination possible was in here. And then after that, we again have an Illumineer's Quest, and this time it is the Palace Heist. And again, there are 4 special foils that come in it, and these ones have, if we get a little closer here, you can see they have this sound effect on the cards, which was really cool, and it looks really nice in foiling. And then we have the special cards you have to fight it against that Jafar controls in the game, and you have to beat them in order to get the crown away from Jafar. So again, this one is another co-op game. It's very similar to Deep Trouble. It's got all the same contents where you have 2 pre-built decks, and you have the villain deck, and you have to play them. And there's also, again, a card and a special foil that you can open once you win. And whoops, I was showing it right there. So if you don't want to know, it's right there. And that is it for this collection book. So again, if you are interested in the story behind the cards, these books have all of the story that is available so far. It's very cool. You can follow along with each set so that you can know what's everything's going on, or you can just use this as a collection tracker, or you can just use it because now one of the things, this is something that I heard someone mention, and I think it's a great idea. If you are lucky enough to be able to visit a convention where some of these artists are, or one of the Disney parks where some of these characters are, you can use this book as a signature book. So you can get your favorite artists to sign their cards. You can pick any one of the cards that may be in the book, because some artists have multiple cards. So you can pick some of your favorite ones to get signed, and you can have them sign the book. And then you can also take this book to the parks and get Donald or Mickey to sign your book. So I think that's really cool. I think that's a really fun idea to use for these books. Anyway, that is all of the stuff that I was lucky enough to receive. And also there's this playmat, which hopefully, if this one has already been up for sale and has gone through a lottery process, so this Bell playmat, Hidden Archer, is already, I think, has been sold. But this mat is very cool. And I think they're going to be doing something similar to it. So if you are interested in collecting the playmats, there will be another version, another mat like this, not this one, but another one in the next set, or whenever they're releasing the playmats. That is going to be exclusive to the Ravensburger store online, and they do a special random selection process lottery for that. So again, thank you for watching. And I appreciate all of you that tune in. And if you like what you see, give us a subscribe and a like. And again, thank you to Ravensburger for sending me the products to review. And hey, go have some fun playing some Disney Lorcana, because it's a great game. It's great to collect. And as you can see, I love it. I don't know if that's a good recommendation, whether I like it or not. But thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. And we'll see you in the next one.